Murr, you got all your papers in check. You got all your all your files filed. Got all your
Shit. Not really. That's all right though. I'm ready though.
what is it? I mean, shit. Is it Fun Fact Friday?
Well, I've got Fun Fact Friday pulled out. I just know I printed out the stories, but I don't have them, so I don't know where I put them.
Were they perhaps were they in your mail truck that burned while at work?
No, unfortunately. Well, I guess fortunately. I don't fucking know. No, they were not in my. It didn't burn, by the way. Are we on? Are we going?
We're fired up, man. We're
Oh, what the fuck are we doing? You didn't even get a countdown, or was I not looking? Anyway, no, it didn't catch on fire. The radiator exploded, and then upon that explosion, it was just a funky mist of just damp disease and disaster chemical smell. And yeah, I jumped out. This is how much of an asshole I am. I jumped out and then jumped back in to save the mail and packages. And then I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't like this job that much. Why are you risking your life for other people's valuables? Get away. Sit in the field. Just wait till the end of the day.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Are you in the running or gunning for like employee of the month or something? Are you got
There's no such thing.
Do they do that? I was like, God, they don't do that.
They don't do that. They don't do that. We're just.
Does anyone do that?
I'm 04424757. That is my official employee identification number, and I will be recognized as nothing other than that. Nor do I want any recognition other than that.
Yeah,
Tchotchke's at the restaurant does it.
Wait, do you guys have an employee of the month at your work, Wes?
No, we don't do that.
You guys give like the employee of the month like a pair of Jordans or some stupid shit, right?
No, it's like yearly during the sales kickoff. There are some recognition things, but really, I mean, the big thing is if someone from sales, there's a certain amount of GP that has to be sold with a sale or an award, and if that is reached, then they get to bang the gong in the office, which is always great when I'm having a meeting. When I have like a weekly cadence call with like a point of contact on the customer side, like, hey, okay, we got some deadlines and some deliverables. Excuse me, sorry, folks. My apologies.
God, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I will say though that recognition does go a long way, and it would be appreciated at some juncture in maybe somebody's career to maybe just give like a hey, good job, hey, thanks, not hey, remember your day off that you wanted this week? Yay, you're working it. That's all you.
Yeah,
did.
that's rough. That's rough. I mean, I don't need fucking recognition. Fuck you, pay me.
Mm-hmm.
That's my recognition.
Yeah, so I'm in the same boat.
But I mean, if you're into that thing, if you're into the praise, have at it. Ask for
Here's the thing. I don't need it, nor do I really desire it, but occasionally it's welcomed and appreciated. You know what I mean? Just a vocal notion of appreciation is a welcomed thing. I don't think anybody's going to turn that down. Of course, the gong thing is a little obnoxious, but I'm sure it makes those fuckers feel a little happy and satisfied when they get to fucking ring it out. But, like, there's nothing like that in my department of the world where I work. It's you get into a truck that may or may not catch on fire on any given day of the week. I don't know if I have the picture on my phone still or not, but I actually had a complete wheel literally fall off. Like you watch like a cartoon, it's like, and then you're watching the wheel go down the road while you just fucking drop 3/4 of the way to the ground because the front end just lost a leg like a fucking dog in a rodeo. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Hold on, I got a question for you. So I mean, this is just because I like pestering you. I've worked in jobs that have fleets of vehicles, and I think one thing that I'm almost 100% certain, but again, your employer probably takes liberties with some things. Are you not supposed to check your vehicle before you drive it? Like walk around it, make sure the fucking tires are on securely
every day. Every day.
Did you not do it that day?
Oh yeah, no, I did it that day. I do it every day. I turn on my lights on. I make sure my flashers work, my turn signals. And let's say a turn signal doesn't work, I'll go inside, and that's an easy fix. So they might send the mechanic guy up to pop in a new light or whatever. But let's say my horn doesn't work. It's like this will be the response I get. The horn going to stop you from driving? Guess not. Guess we'll take it today. Turn signal's out. Mechanics aren't here. Okay, well turn signal's still out. That going to stop you from driving? guess not. Guess we'll take it today. Hey, the truck keeps breaking down like every time you take it in or out of gear. Don't turn it off. Okay, take it. See you tomorrow.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
So but I don't think you still didn't get to the point. So did you not notice that the tire was loose?
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. The tire was loose. I thought he said the radiator blew up.
Well, the radiator blew up on this one. He's talking about when my wheel.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh no! Every time I went over a speed bump for like the last like month and a half, it was just going like, and then it would take a second to kind of like come back together, but it would still drive. So how do you write it up? So you write it up, front wheel's doing something weird, and then they're like, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it, just looking at it. And then you go over a speed bump one day, and then the wheel goes one way, and you go the other.
Write it up as front wheel is doing something weird, because if you wrote it up that way, and I was a mechanic, I was like, this fucking guy, I hope he dies in that death trap. Like, but if you were like, hey, my wheel is coming off very explicitly,
Alan,
I would have been like, that's probably a problem.
I'm not driving the truck like Indiana Jones leaning off to like shoot some Indians from the side of a horse. I'm not like going down the road, leaning out the window, like staring at this wheel. You hear it making a weird noise. And I didn't write down front wheel's making a weird noise. No. Front wheel sounds like the shocks or springs have an issue. Might want to look at it. Something to that effect.
So again, let me go back to the walk around to the car. You did not write up that the wheel was fucking loose, because like even if you aren't Ace Ventura it out the car to see that the wheel is loose whilst driving, are you not like? I remember truck drivers that I sat with were like kick their tires. I think if you had a loose tire and you kicked the tire before you drove it, you'd be like, oh shit, that's probably like deadly.
Okay, first of all, I know exactly what was wrong with the vehicle. The CV joint snapped in half. Now, I can't necessarily tell if the CV joint has a crack in it, or if there's a bearing that's about ready to blow out, or if there is a gasket that's not necessarily fitted on properly. I don't know these things from a visual reference because, one, I'm a mailman, not a mechanic. All I can do is show you that there is an issue, you want to look at it, and if they don't take care of it, all I can do is what my management says is like, does it drive? Yes.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
I get that. Yeah, I was just curious if you were ever at any point like, hey, fucking wheels falling off. I might wanna...
It also sounds like you guys have like the Barney Fife of mechanics there. Like, looks okay to me.
Well,
You're going out the road there.
Every fleet mechanic is the Barney Fife of mechanics.
Well, in their defense, let's say we find an issue with the vehicle, then you've got about 2 hours to fix it, and that's it. And they want it fixed in that 2 hours on a vehicle that was put out by Northrop Grumman in 1985. So there's always an issue. There's always something wrong. There's always a Band-Aid. There's always a see you tomorrow. Get on the street. We got to get you out of here. That's it.
Now, and I do agree with that, because every good pilot does a pre-flight checklist. You know what I mean? And I'm not, I was about to say I'm not comparing you to a pilot, but I kind of am. You're the pilot of the road. That's how you need to treat these things.
And that's why I asked that question, because like I know some guys who certainly wrote some stuff down on those sheets about their walk-arounds, but that shit wasn't true. You know what I mean? So I was just trying to take a peek into Murr's workday.
Gotcha.
Okay, well,
does he care about his own safety, or does he just say fuck it?
If I had a backup, right? If I was to say like, hey, look, I legit can't take this thing today. Can I have the spare truck? That would require a spare truck. If I can't get out of the parking lot that day in a mobile vehicle, then I am literally going to be sitting in the building until the vehicle that has a problem is fixed. That could be 2 hours. That could be 3 hours. That could be me literally waiting for another person to finish their entire workday so that I can then drive their truck to start my workday. And, that's kind of a thing I don't necessarily want to do. So will you risk it and see if maybe tomorrow will be a better day? Yeah, you do that a lot as well. And
sorry, go ahead. I got so many more questions. Like, do you have to start at any particular time? Do you just deliver the shit whenever?
No, let me tell you something, pal. There are rules stacked on top of rules, stacked on top of contract negotiations, stacked on top of rules that are then in conflict with other rules, but then you skirt those rules. But if you get in trouble for breaking the rules that you broke because you had to, then you'll be held accountable, and then you can file a grievance with your union that'll take 2 years to find a filing that is either beneficial or not beneficial to you.
That's fair.
Now, if you get a ticket in the truck, do you have to pay for that?
That's a great question.
You should find out tomorrow. Speed.
Do you not know?
Yeah.
Well, what I do know is if I get into an accident, the company will pay for that in some capacity. We don't have insurance in the vehicles. We don't even have license plates, which I've been yelled at by a grumpy old man about. You ain't got no license plate in your vehicle. I'm like, well, they're federal vehicles, so they don't have license plates. That's not true. That's not true. License plate go in every vehicle. No, what's not true is what you're saying, because it's a federal vehicle, meaning that they can use it in Virginia or Texas or Maryland, where we currently are, and they don't abide by state laws. So
Yes,
fuck
they
yourself.
don't. You don't tell them what to do.
Say, thank you, concerned citizen. You're wrong. Have a good day. That's
Well, guess this mail is gonna be delivered to fucking tomorrow. How about that?
I mean, if I drove through your front yard and killed your little yappy dog, like, how would they identify the vehicle based on its square fucking nature and its 1985 build?
Yeah.
You seem like you know a good. You seem like you're kind of a cosplay mechanic. This wheel's a bit squeaky. You think you can come out and give it a quick once over, a diagnostics test?
He's got a legitimate concern because everybody knows that Northrop Grumman is the preeminent fucking car manufacturer in the United States. So, how are you going to tell? There's so many of them on the road.
I will tell you this, though, and I'm going to give them full credit for this. How many vehicles that nobody gives a shit about are still active from 1985 and available to run tomorrow, which is pretty, like, look, bottom line is, if they want to replace our vehicles, I say you go get the cobwebs out of that fucking rusty old building in Detroit, and you start stamping out some frames, and you start stamping out some engine blocks, and put them right back on the road, because they will last you apparently 40 damn years.
I don't know, man. Besides carrying capacity, you could be in a fucking 1984 Toyota Tercel, and it would probably be getting along just fine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good on you, I guess, Northrop Grumman, but it sounds like they're a little bit deadlier than they should be.
Yeah.
They don't really go fast enough to kill you, though, so there's that.
Oh, that's a good one.
So after your car was on fire and you reported it, did they say like, not going to stop you from driving it? Better get back in there and
Just
finish up
hoof
the
it, I'll
route?
pick you up.
I have been told on several occasions, do you think you can finish in it? Depending on what the problem is. I actually blew up an engine in one of them because I did keep driving in it. I was like, well, it's making a really loud fucking sound, and it won't go over 20 miles an hour. Like, man, can you think you can squeak by for a little while until we get a truck out there to get you?
No.
All right,
Every
sure,
good
yeah.
dispatcher worth their salt would starts there. It's like the IT. Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
Okay.
It's one of those.
The power
And
dad.
by dispatcher, by dispatcher, Alan, do you mean whomever happened to answer the phone when I called?
Yeah, I mean, in your scenario, yes. In other organized fucking businesses, there's a person who does all that for you.
Yeah,
But yes, you
it's,
get it.
it's the Barney Fife with the CB radio, of course. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you guys use CB. It could be some other form of radio technology. I don't know. What was Northrop Grumman pumping out in the mid-'80s then? Was it CB?
Probably. That'd be so much more efficient, actually.
You fuck with truckers? God knows I never did when I had a CB radio. I'll tell you that. Those are only for truckers and communications, not
Wait,
for...
so do you have to call in, or do you have like a walkie-talkie?
No, we use cell phones because it's a computer that's better than anything that was built in the last.
Look, I've been in fucking trucks where it was a fucking walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
No, I wish
you
we
don't get
had.
like the-
I wish we had those.
You don't get like the... Hey, this is truck 14. For malfunction.
We did. I used to side seat for my brother drove the truck, and I'd side seat with him, and I would clear our stops with our dispatcher and like cuss him out over the radio. Be like, we're fucking done, Chad. Fucking mark that shit off. Fucking done.
What was it
Outta
for?
here.
What was this for?
Shred it. That worked for Shred It.
Shred
They
it.
they do document disposal on site. They used to. I don't know what the fuck they do now. I think they got bought by somebody. But either way, they roll out a big ass truck and they literally have a wood chipper in the back of it, standing upright, and you dump 200-pound bags of paper in it, and it fucking just go. Just chews it all up. It's good fun. I had a good time.
That's not a bad gig. Damn, I want.
It kind of sucked, but I mean, you try picking up 200-pound bags of paper, you start to rethink things. But yeah, I mean, got in shape.
I figured the
Out of
the CB radio would be worth it though. You know.
Yeah, that was it. I was like 21, so I was a fucking menace. Like I didn't give a shit. Like I was hungover every fucking day. Like it was a problem.
Dude, before cell phones, my dad had a CB radio like back in the 80s. And then when I got to high school, I actually installed it in my Ford Probe, and me and Tom, Wes, like he got one of those really nice walkie-talkies, and it would pick up on the CB, and we could. So that was our original form of the Cecil County cell phone.
See, I had I had my hands on a couple. I ended up buying one off of Ryan. Everyone knows him from the show. He had one that had 2 or 3 channels, but they were the good ones. They were, all the truckers kind of communicated on this, and had one of those high power radios. But man, this had a puck, like a hockey puck magnet that was. I used to put it on my goddamn radiator in my bedroom, like, and plop it down there. Well, then my parents got sick of me using it all the time. So then one time I snuck out and was using it on my dad's truck. Just put it on top of his Astro van. Well, a 10-year-old forearms weren't developed enough to like pull it off, so I just like got it at the base and just. And I was like, "Ooh, boy, that's." Maybe he doesn't look at the top of his van. Maybe he just doesn't ever sees it. There's enough the next fucking day. He's like, "What the hell's this? What did you do?" It's like just a little turtle wax. So buff that right out. What are you so agitated about?
You know what I'll never forget about your dad's van? Well, 2 things. One, I remember being so jealous whenever he picked you guys up from soccer practice because it just had like a mattress in the back so they didn't fucking, like their spines didn't collapse when they were driving up and down the road.
Alan, for the benefit of you and anyone else who's listening, my dad had like a 1987 white Astro van, empty back, sliding door, two front seats. It was a stick shift, and he had it until like 2004 or 5. It had about 300,000 miles on it. Then just bought another one.
Can I ask why?
Dude, why? Do you want his version or do you want the real version?
I want a little of both.
And I just want to say, because like you're only buying that if you're kidnapping children or you own a business, right? Like you haul carpets or something.
Yeah.
Like. So what was the actual?
Well, what Murr is referencing is for a long while, just in the back, he had this mattress. That's where if the front seat was occupied, that's where the kids sat.
That's leaning towards kid kidnapping.
Well, if
It's looking towards kid stealing.
If it's your own children, to him, it was efficient. It was cheap. He could beat it up. And he figured like it's just like it kind of an A to B type thing, but in case I need to haul stuff. The real reason is he always had this hard on for being like a quasi carpenter. Like, I'm gonna be lugging all this lumber, all these tools. I'm gonna be doing stuff on the weekend. I'm gonna be hauling in firewood for the family. I'm gonna be doing all and fuck man, that shit collected 7-Eleven coffee cups. That's not all that shit fucking collected.
Well, the other fun story with the white Astro van is I don't know if you remember the old DC Sniper there, Alan.
Yeah, I do.
But didn't your dad get like questioned at one point because he had the white van and the DC Sniper supposedly was driving around in an unmarked white van?
Yeah, so I was in college. My mom told me about it. The questioning was relatively swift. It wasn't like he was one of, it was a usual suspects type thing. Like, say, give me the keys, you cocksucker. It wasn't anything like that. But I think they were getting pretty desperate. And it was like, all right, let's cross-reference anyone in the state that has something similar to this. And we'll see if they, and it was quick, but yeah, he did get questioned about it. Yeah. He's like, no, I was hauling a bunch of lumber around. I'm a carpenter. Can't you see? I'm not a sniper.
Okay, now we have here that the sniper was possibly lying down in the back of a vehicle to get his shots nice and clean. Could you explain the mattress that you've had in the back of this Astro van, Mr. Fox?
Yeah. well, my kids like to have wrestling matches in the back while I take them to and from soccer practice. So, it just seems reasonable.
Nah,
Okay.
see, that seems like a situation where he didn't say my kids, he said the kids,
Mm.
like just not thinking, and they were immediately like,
The
"Hmm,
kids.
I
Wrestling.
need you to get out of the vehicle, sir.
Yeah.
This is step out."
So, yeah. So you were jealous of that Astrovan Hummer.
Oh yeah, when I saw you guys jump in the back of there with that mattress, I was like, oh man, they're riding around the lap of luxury.
Yeah. Yeah. You betcha. No, because he always talked about getting at some point a two-seater. Some sort of like he always wanted a Miata, but once the S2000s came out, a two-seater convertible. He's like, yeah, and then he retired in 2005, and I thought, oh, this is it. Time's perfect. I'm graduating from college. Dewey's out of the house. I'm soon to be, if all goes well, I'll get a job. I'll be out within a year. Perfect timing. And then what does he do? He just buys an early 2000s Astrovan. Same color. Automatic too. He complained about that. He was like, I don't know why they don't make them in stick shift anymore. I can't figure out why GM gave up on the stick. God.
Like spiritually, it's kind of like a Miata.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
you know, look, he lived through that vehicle. He had good times. You know what I mean? Good memories. That Miata wouldn't have done him any better than that Astrovan.
Mm-hmm.
No man, I mean, I had a Miata. That thing was.
You did have a Miata.
I did.
That is not surprising at all.
I got my Miata. I think like the year that Corky Romano came out, starring Chris Kattan. And so the mockery of the Miata began almost immediately. I thought I bought like the coolest car I could ever have bought for $6,000 off a used parking lot, and I did, and you know what? Fuck everybody that made fun of me, because man, that thing, it was rear wheel drive. It was a 6-speed. Oh man, that thing was glorious.
Yeah, and what a way to ruin a new purchase from a young man rather than a fucking Chris Kattan movie.
A Chris Kattan movie?
God. Ooh, sorry,
used
bro.
to joke that like that shit you would total it if you ran over a pebble in the road and shit.
I got to tell you something, man. I got hit head on in that car. I was sitting at a median, and some old man fell asleep at the wheel doing 80 miles an hour in a Grand Marquis. I saw the road sign. It was like one of those 4x4 wood road signs. Explode before my eyes. I went to go for reverse, got to neutral. He fucking crushed me, knocked me back 40 feet. Both my fists punched through the dash, got hit by the airbag, and just got out with all the adrenaline in my fucking system flowing. I could have flipped my car with my bare hands.
Didn't you say the neutral actually saved you? Not getting into reverse, but putting it into neutral.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
The cops were like, well, how'd you get back this far? I was like, I don't know. They're like, well, what'd you do? I was like, I tried to go for reverse. I guess I made it to neutral. Like, shit, dude. That saved your fucking life. That's the last thing anybody in uniform said to me. And then I just stood there, like, waiting around until they towed everything away.
And you know what they did? Right. They called it in on a really high quality CB system. Like, car 14, we got a Miata on the road. It's got
It starts. You think you can drive it home?
It's got something funky with the right wheel. And the front end. Yeah. Did you have to go to the hospital?
No.
Really?
No, they actually the ambulance like bandaged up my hands where I cut them through the dash, and then I think I ate some pizza toppings a little bit later that night and got through the trauma.
I think you probably should have gotten money for that in some capacity.
Well, here's a funny story. I went to a lawyer, and I was, physically I was fine, and I'm also an honest guy. I know, Alan, you would definitely disagree with my decision-making process on this. And I go to this
guy, but I mean, who are we hurting here? The insurance company? Fuck it.
Well, I go to the lawyer, and he's like, "Okay, so what are we talking about? You got some neck pain, back pain?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm fine." And then he's like, "Okay, all right. What about your arms or your shoulders or this?" I was like, "Nah, no, I'm good." And he's like, He stops for a second. He goes, "Let me ask you something.
Sure.
What are you doing here?" I said, "I don't know. I got hit head on, and they're not going to pay me full price for my car." So he's like, "You don't have any, you don't have any injuries. I don't think this is going to fly. I don't know why you're here." And he kept jogging me along to like, "Oh, I feel my C4 in my vertebrae." Getting a little sticky wicket going on.
You don't think it's gonna fly? Speaking of flying, that's what you should have
I like how your fucking brain was just like, they're not covering the 6 Gs I paid for this Prime Miata. Fuck. I really need to get. I didn't buy the Gap. I really need to fucking do something here. You could have been like, I'm getting an S2000 now, brand new. Fucking back hurts.
right. No,
Well, I think the guy.
you could have rubbed it
I
in
think
Dad's face then too.
I think the guy died, so I think in my mind I already won.
He should have died.
Yeah.
So should I. Here I
I
am.
mean, yeah, that's why you got to get some money from the
I
insurance
know.
company.
Believe me, now my 40-year-old self kicks my 20-year-old self every day.
Yeah, that's a bad move.
A 20-year-old self could kick your ass now, but you could have taught him a thing or two about insurance fraud, maybe a back neck, something. Who was it? What you said it was was it like an EMT that was asking you these questions?
No, this was the attorney I went to try to get the highest value for my car I could.
It's like he's like you
Try
don't.
to get all $6,000 for this fucking Miata.
You mean you don't feel any pain? Like I actually cut myself shaving this morning. Got a little nicker on the cheek there. But little balled up piece of paper, stuffed it on there. I'm good.
Man's extended arms went through the dashboard, not of his own volition. He didn't punch the dashboard. Like he was sitting there like this, and a force went through him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'm good. I don't want money."
It was full body inertia, just obliterating fucking stamped plastic.
You're doing a lot of body blade, man. That's why you gave you
That's what it was.
held that up.
You know?
By the
A
way,
normal human's forearms snap like twigs, not fucking Murr's.
Uh-uh.
well, see, what's happened is I've actually been able to reinforce my forearms with microfiber tension replacement. What that means is the very small, minute motions I've been making with the body blade have actually strengthened my forearms on a molecular level, which is why I had the ability to punch through the dash of a
Basically,
Mazda
what he's
Miata.
saying is if you body blade enough, your arms turn into body blades. And then you can just punch through dashboards.
You're basically an X-Man, more or less.
Essentially.
Exactly.
But
No,
speaking of body...
Okay.
Yeah, middle class.
Speaking of body blades, almost on the same page. Rollerblades, I don't know if you guys know this, they're making a comeback, at least according to Facebook ads that I've been receiving as of late. And I haven't been talking about rollerblades. I have not thought about rollerblading, but the Rollerblade Corporation has been putting out a lot of advertisements on your social media platforms. And I'm wondering, is it time for a comeback?
Probably. It's probably about that time.
Yeah,
I think so.
you're going to have to market it somewhere because the first go around, the first iteration was roller hockey, then turns into X Games, right?
Yeah.
Extreme
Yeah.
sport. And the X Games, I say X Games, I use the term X Games the same way someone would say Q-tip or Frisbee. You know what I mean?
Sure. Extreme sports.
Right. And X Games, which more or less is kind of the figurehead of extreme sports, has brushed it aside. It's, it was once a competition. They had street rollerblading, I think, and then they had vert side rollerblading, where these Japanese dudes were doing 1550s in them. It's just,
Well,
it's
then I
like,
think finally they were like, look, the human body can only spin so many times in the air, and they can only cross their legs forward and backward and forward, and now we're done. That's all the tricks.
Right.
So
they tapped out in 3 years. They reached the maximum of human potential.
yeah,
So
that's it.
I guess my point is you're going to have to market it. You're not going to. You can't go back to the extreme sports. It's going to have to be more leisure if you're going to make a comeback. You want to exercise your dog, but you don't want to ride the bike or run. Rollerblade. A to B in the city. You don't feel safe riding a bike. Rollerblade. I don't know, but could you? Christ, I don't know when the last time you guys were up in New York City, but fucking bike delivery, whether it be mail, packaging, or food, is that they're all over the place. You're going to get hit if you're not looking around, and your fists are going to go through their spokes. And if you ain't body blading, you might get
You hit body blade, and your fucking arms are
you're fucked.
well,
So maybe that's an opportunity. I don't know. I just think you're going to have a tough time getting back into the extreme sports genre.
What about if we did like roller skating rinks, like what we had back in the day. But we rollerblade them, and we jazz them up a little bit. We make them a little bigger. Maybe add a little bank on some of the sides. Give us some speed, and just fucking jam out. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but
Like
it
indoor,
sounds like
like an indoor track and field type thing. You know, like indoor track and track that had that little
yeah,
bank around the edges, something like that.
yeah, but with a disco ball.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, bottom line is what you're describing is like the 1970s, Alan. That's all you're really describing. Then they did
but
roller
with blades,
derby.
not skates. Yeah.
Here's the other thing. I know that roller skates themselves made a comeback about 5-10 years ago, and I see kids outside all the time on roller skates. And then I bet the rollerblade company's like, these motherfucking roller skaters. Because let's be honest, the rollerblade was a great invention. What happened was, much like Corky Romano ruined the Mazda Miata, you're going to have to forgive me. We live in a different era. But the perception of gay men on rollerblades ruined the rollerblade marketing for straight men in America because they didn't want to be mocked for being associated with that class of citizen at the time. Again, I know we live in a different society now, and it's okay. I think what's happened is the Rollerblade Corporation realizes that the Gen Xers that were being mocked and will no longer ride rollerblades are too old to actually strap them on or use them anymore. So they're going after a new woke market that doesn't care about these superficial titles like, oh, you're gay. Maybe I am. I like the sweet breeze in my hair on my delightful urethane wheels. Kiss my rosy red dick. Have a good day.
I just look, man.
You got a rosy red dick. You have
rollerblades.
bigger
Like
problems than
rollerblades can't be mad at roller skates because roller skates are just fucking cooler. Okay, rollerblades.
They are, but they're less aggressive.
Yes, I get that, but again, like, how aggressive can you get on some skates? We just went over. X Games was like, well, this was boring, and got rid of them. You know what I mean? Like, there are some roller skate movies that I have seen. This is my barometer. Good roller skate movies exist. Not a single fucking good rollerblade movie exists, and I don't care what you say.
Airborne.
Fucking terrible.
I'm gonna have to go back to the scrolls because I think
I'll counter. Look, let's say hypothetically it's a C plus, right? Fucking.
Hold on.
And it's not. It's like a fucking D minus.
Can I interject?
But hypothetically, it's a C plus. Go ahead.
I'm going to have to go back to the scrolls, the middle class whole scrolls. Back when it was the 4-0s podcast, we did a good bad movie. That was my number one. I vaguely remember because this is when we were recording upstairs, and I think you were like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah."
No, I mean it might be. I think I might have gone back and watched that though after that and was like, no, because I think the nostalgia got me.
Okay.
But in hindsight, no.
All right.
Fucking, and then you throw in like, like Disney had one in like the 90s called Brink. Terrible.
Oof.
It was Disney. Fucking Rollerball with like LL Cool J and fucking Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell's like dead. That guy was Robin once. You know what I mean?
Hold on, wasn't Oz Striker Oz from American Pie in that movie?
Oh, maybe that's who I was thinking about. That guy.
That guy. No, that guy's dead. Chris O'Donnell's dead on like NCIS Louisiana or some shit.
I feel like that guy was running a challenge in Real World versus Road Rules on the set of that movie, of that Brink movie, and he was running all the cast through what the challenge that they were going to have to do. Yeah.
I look, man. It just. I don't know. Maybe I did say it, and if I do, I retract that statement from how many years ago. But
you're able to go back.
There's no good tons of good roller skate movies.
Okay.
No good rollerblade movies.
Because rollerblade movies would have been made in the 90s, and I stand behind my thesis that all movies that were made in the 90s would be made better today. I can't say that about 80s films and 70s films.
Right.
They were gritty. And most of your roller skate movies took place inside of like a roller rink or something similar, like a roller derby, something that was exciting, and there was like a cultural attachment to the film. Whereas the rollerblade movies were like quasi-aggressive, like we're gonna fight on this downhill course that some guy made up.
Yeah. So airborne, basically.
Remember they tried to implement a little bit of it in Mighty Ducks 2. They tried to during the off season in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yeah, but it was hockey based.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that adds a level of like legitimacy to rollerblades. It's like, all right, I'm trying to simulate a single blade. I get it. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like that makes a little bit of logical sense to me.
I was,
Other than that,
yeah.
if you're strapping wheels to your feet, all I'm saying is you should be doing it whilst chasing tail at a dimly lit fucking hardwood recreational center while listening to fucking Fernando by ABBA. Like that's how it should happen. It should not happen on the streets of Cincinnati with fucking other lame bullies.
Yeah.
Okay.
With was it not Seth Rogen?
Seth
Green
Green.
is your sidekick. Yeah, that might be tough. I will say, anytime on any of these, like whether it be YouTube or Facebook Short Reels or something like that, if I see, and I'm not being stereotypical about it, the people performing these stunts are usually Asian women of some sort, but it's roller skates and they do the splits underneath like rows and rows of things like cars that are set to like 12 inches, cones with broom handles that you or I probably would have a tough time crawling under, let alone strapping up roller skates and then splitting and those are impressive. But yeah. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Murr, you probably have been there. Did you ever go to the roller rink in Newark off of 273? Newark.
Probably for like one of those like culty like church overnight adventures. Yeah, so I'm gonna say
Okay.
yes.
So that's exactly where I went to that once with it's like a Baptist church thing. And so I don't know. I knew how to rollerblade. I didn't know how to roller skate. So I was one of like 6 people on rollerblades out of a couple hundred roller skating around, but I was zooping around backwards, doing a couple triple lutzes and things like that. I wasn't, but interestingly enough, I was going around and a couple people who were sitting off to the side who were taking a break, probably because roller skates, hurt your ankles and the balls and the arches of your feet. They were like, "Hey, Wes," and I was like, "Yeah, man, they're digging what I'm doing." Next time around, "Wes, yeah, you betcha. Look at me go. I'm going backwards this time." Third time around, "Stop." I was like, "What?" Like, "Hey, man, your fly's down." Like, oh, yeah. How long has it been like that? I don't know. Probably could have been hours. Could have been hours flying around that rig. I was wondering why I had a good draft going on.
Man. But
Yeah.
just remember that Brady Anderson hit 50 home runs because he rollerbladed around Baltimore. And you too could possibly be an Oriole great.
That's
That's
right.
the only
your
reason.
rollerblades on.
That's the only reason too.
Didn't
Rollerblades and dollar bottles at Baja.
JFK
Water bottles, right? Fuck.
who's it? JFK Jr. rollerbladed to was it his mom's funeral, Onassis?
Did he really?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard
Huge knock on him. They were like, "How the fuck could he be so pretentious?" And he said, "Oh, I live in New York. I was trying to get A to B quickly. I took them off. I put on my dress shoes. What's the problem?" Like, oh God, how could he be just so disrespectful? I don't think it's disrespectful. It'd be disrespectful not to show up or stand there in your rollerblades.
yeah, but like likewise, you could fucking like a Gen Zer could do that now, and their boomer grandparent would be like, "You fucking."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on.
there's nothing changed culturally, really. There.
I know. Okay, hold on. Why does the rollerblade? Why? How did the rollerblade get such a bad name? That's the thing. It became
because okay, like you said, Murr, this is a different time, but I remember they were fruit booters because like that was the mean nickname for the fucking the rollerblade kids. And yeah, I don't really and look, it was probably Airborne that did it, if we're being honest. But I don't know, it just wasn't like it always seemed the odd man out. Like when you went to the skate park, there was space for skateboarders and there was space for BMXers, and then they were like, look at these idiots with fucking wheels strapped to their feet. Like my wheels are not on me. They're something I use, and I think that really did people in for some odd reason. Like, why? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Well, like, okay, like Wes just talked about JFK Jr. going to his mom's funeral. Like, if he walked there, no one says anything. If he even rode a bike there, people would be like, oh, man, that guy, he's really conscientious of the environment. He doesn't want to take a car. He rode a bike. But then all of a sudden, he straps, like, a different form of transportation to his legs, and he's an asshole. Because they're rollerblades.
I think it's the strapping to the legs, right?
Yeah,
I think that's really it. Like, I don't respect skiers or snowboarders, honestly. Like I feel like there's an added level. There's both an added level of difficulty and an added level of ease to having your fucking locomotion strapped to you. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on fucking in on a skateboard. You ever fucking bombed a hill on a skateboard and hit a pebble? I have a feeling on rollerblades you're just kind of fucking it is whatever.
You get a little squirrely. You can get a little squirrely like there.
I don't know. I don't know honestly. I've never owned
Yeah.
a pair because
Well,
again, connotations.
realistically, it was the and a lot of new. I'm still going to sit here talking like I have like an intermediate level knowledge of rollerblade, and I did it for a few years. The trick was always to remove the attached brake. That was going to get you in a lot of trouble. They put those on for people who played ice hockey, or not ice hockey, excuse me, roller hockey, just to break fast. But for anyone who was doing it, at a recreational level, it just you could stop without it. But the problem was, dickheads would get going backwards and throw it down and boom, not realize how physics work.
Yep.
I feel like the bail is riskier with feet. Like you ever seen skiers fucking eat shit and they just the fucking skis, carbon fiber fucking leg attachments that just don't go nowhere. They're definitely causing more damage than they're worth. You know what I mean? I think the same thing from rollerbladers. Like if I'm on my bike and the shit's about to get here, gone, kicking that bitch away. It's out of here. I'm not taking a peg to the fucking appendix. You know what I'm saying? But fucking rollerbladers, you got no recourse. It's over. What are you gonna stand? No, on wheels, motherfucker. It's illogical to me.
So okay, so then your only backup towards, or like the only recourse towards uh, roller skating is that it just looks cooler. There were cool movies about it, and you could dance around, and people could, had a disco type thing.
Because it wasn't as aggressive. Like that's the thing. You could strap wheels to your feet if you want to, but just like groove it. Why do you have to fucking like cross your legs and slide down a fucking handrail? We don't need to do that. Skateboarders do that. Bikers do that. Leave that to the professionals. Don't strap wheels to your feet and try to do the same thing. It just seemed weird. It always seemed weird to me. I don't know why. It just maybe, and I was a bike guy, so maybe that was it. I was just like, look at those guys.
There was a freedom to gliding though, man. Like once you figured out rollerblades and you were good at them, like I could almost do like the hockey stop. Like you couldn't do it completely because the wheels would grab too hard, but I could almost do the hockey stop on rollerblades. And I wasn't that good, but I was proficient enough to be able to do stuff like that. I could cross over my legs, I could skate backwards, and mainly it was because of hockey. But then I was like, well, I could get a really good workout doing this. I don't know. It's just weird, the stigma that got attached to them. And then the Rollerblade Corporation just like, they laid in wait. They were like a wounded dog. They crawled under the front porch, and they're finally like, all right, guys, we finally saved up enough dollars to advertise again. Let's try to make a comeback. And I almost want to go get my rollerblades out of the garage and do it in the backyard where nobody sees me.
Yeah, I used to ride my bike around the neighborhood. Stop at 7-Eleven, give me a fucking Gatorade, fucking come on out. Use my two legs, walking after I got off of my bicycle that locomoted me around. What the fuck am I doing in rollerblade? I'm just rollerblading through 7-Eleven like an asshole? What, I take them off, walk around in socks? That's fucking even worse. It just never made much. It doesn't make sense to me.
That's fair.
Like fucking JFK Jr. That motherfucker, what? Rollerbladed through Manhattan with his Ferragamos around his neck? It's fucking ridiculous.
No, he had someone running behind him with him. It's like, here you go, sir. Put these on when you're done.
If I had Secret Service running behind me, I might rollerblade.
Oh man, I don't know. The only thing I can think of, if they figured out a way to separate in the middle so that you just wear your regular shoes and then they like snapped on like Iron Man boots, like then you're onto something.
You know what does exist? Skate versions of those.
Yeah, with the Heelys.
No, you just like it's just a skate bottom that you can tie like you fucking strap to your shoe, your foot.
God, that's like
So basically the invention exists in the more superior form of locomotion, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that's like the rollerblade of roller skates. Nobody wants to be seen in
Yeah,
those.
that's true. I mean, it's not. Look, there's no street cred in it, but functionally it exists. Is all I'm saying.
Oh man.
All right, well, we're gonna go from one generation to another. In this week's Friend or Foe, Tinder launching something very unique. It's not here in the United States, but Mr. Murr, shed a little light on us and let us know what we're getting into this week's Friend or Foe.
Well, if you did Rollerblade back in the 90s, there's a dating dictionary of terms that are being used by Gen Z singles. It's been created in response to widespread confusion from older generations. Tinder has released a handy guide after research showed that 62% of 18 to 25-year-olds feel that they speak a very different language than older singles when it comes to dating. Sydney sex and relationship expert, I guess Sydney, Australia, Georgia Grace explained that the dating dictionary can help everyone, even those who aren't dating or in a relationship. Quote, although the basics of dating haven't really changed, the majority of Gen Zs feel that they speak a very different language than their parents and their grandparents when it comes to dating. Okay, so this is where it comes to the friend or foe for me. If you cannot speak the language of your potential suitor or mate, should you in fact be pursuing that suitor or mate in the first place? Friend is, yeah, you know what? If they're into me, I'd like to be able to do the research to continue this pursuit. Or foe, no. If you can't have the basic communication skills with the person you're attempting to date, then you should probably find other waters to swim in. Alan, I'll start with you.
Wait, what was was it foe?
Foe is if you don't speak the language of love to this particular generation, maybe you should not be dating that generation.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. Me and you, I think, are language guys, right? So yeah, I think that's fine. That's if I'm too old to really understand what the fuck you're saying, we probably shouldn't be bone. We could bone, but we probably shouldn't be like dating or relationshiping or anything like that. I mean, sure, I can learn if I really think you're great, but yeah, I think that there might be something in that. And like, I appreciate that that generation is doing its own thing. Like, I'm woke, I guess. I try to be at least somewhat informed, but fucking, I don't like. There is shit that I'm just like, I don't know what that means, and I'm married, and I don't care. Just do whatever. Doc together, do whatever you want. Put things wherever you so please, and call yourselves whatever you so please. I could care less. I could not care less. But fucking yeah, maybe don't bring it over here. Like if you start talking to me in some crazy Gen Z language and I don't understand you, don't feel offended. I'm just gonna leave, or I'm just gonna be like, I don't know what that means, sir. Goodbye.
Wes,
I mean, I'm going to say foe, but under the pretense that I don't really care. People are going to
Aftertaste.
Foe with a friendly aftertaste, meaning people are going to create these apps to try to make money, and I get it. And they're like, oh, it's kind of funny and it's kind of quirky. I get it. It caught our attention, but I don't know. I just don't like this like Rosetta Stone for fucking dating. Like, what is it? A peacock chair. That means they want me to bend over and do the Batwing for them. Okay, wow, that's unbelievable. That's wow. And I obviously I just made that up on the fly, but this is twofold. Generations have created new languages to separate themselves from previous generations. Mostly their parents or their parents' friends or things like that. All right. People who decide to date younger people always cross the line and always roll the dice about getting made fun of. If you love that person, okay, and you find out that through dating and and connecting and communicating and figuring out all your little peccadillos and stuff like that, and you're able to get over that hump of whatever the age gap and the lingo that you all don't, one of you doesn't know or one of you does know or things like that, and you can laugh about it. Great. I don't need a fucking app to be like, boy, this is going to help. That's what Alan said. Like, maybe we can smash, but at the end of the day, if this ain't worth it, fuck it, I'm done with it. Actually, this reminds me of a really good fucking comedy bit from the early 90s. This guy, I don't even know who it was. He was talking about dating someone younger than him, and he was probably in his mid-30s, and he was like, man, we were sitting there, we were having a great time, and then I just broke out like, oh, man, that is funky fresh. And she was like, wait, what the hell did you just say? I was like, nothing. Check, please. That's funky fresh.
Well, yeah.
I'm faux because, again, if you're just like smashing, then there's no need to like really develop each other's vocabulary and understand one another. But this seems like Tinder is like, I don't know, maybe they're on the downswing. I don't know, maybe they're trying to get into the actual relationship game. But I feel like if you're teaching, this is where it becomes weird. If you're teaching an older generation how to romantically align themselves with a younger generation, it also seems like you're grooming in some capacity. You're training the older generation to almost persuade or convince the younger generation that you are someone that you are not. And that concerns me a little bit. Like right now, if you went into your mind, we all have significant others, but let's just say something tragic happened to them and you got back into the dating world. What is the youngest you think you would date? And I would, in my mind, I'm like, I don't know, like maybe just shy of 35, somewhere 33, 34, 35, because I'm going to be 44 this year. I could still relate to that person, like just intellectually, and they're not super young. This to me says like, oh, I'm in my mid to late 50s, and I would really like to have a trophy wife who is in their 20s, who is not actually developed enough to experience the real world, and I need Tinder to teach me how to talk to them so that I can convince them I can pull a fast one on them.
Yeah, I think this also is like, remember what last episode we talked about, or maybe the episode before we talked about like fucking technology influencing obviously major cultural shifts. So like, I think that's a big part of it too. Like you look, all right, let's look at two generations, right? Let's look at millennials. I don't know what the fuck you guys are, Gen X. Probably Xennials.
I am the babiest of baby Gen Xers. I'm like the
right?
last.
You're like the weird Xennial fucking betweener, right?
Yeah, and I'm yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm a millennial. But like, so fucking, let's look at it this way: like millennials, Gen Xers, and then fucking whatever. What's before Gen X? Fucking, it's a lost
boomers.
Generation. Is it boomers? No, I think it's a
Yeah.
lost generation in like the 60s, 70s. But either way, fucking, those three kind of all communicate fairly well with each other, right? Like I communicate with y'all fairly well. I talk to my brothers who are Gen X fairly well. I can communicate with my parents fairly well. And I think that's all, like we all kind of experienced a lot of the same shit. Between the time we were born and now, like I mentioned the other day, language and technology have jumped in such a fucking leap that it literally language has changed because technology has jumped so fast. So like, yes, there are only the same generation differences between like us and our parents, but like they are literally speaking two totally fucking different languages. Like there's technological words these people just have never even fucking heard of. You know what I mean? The Gen Z. So on one aspect, from a language and like a logic perspective and intellectual, I get it, but it does seem weird that we've gotten to a point where like two generations kind of don't understand each other. Ooh.
Yeah, but do you, okay, all right. Certainly there's something to be said about, okay, first of all, people have done shameless upon shameless upon shameless things to get laid, and they'll continue to do it. And it will never stop, and it'll only grow. But okay, me on my way to work, it's about 25 to 30 minutes depending upon traffic, and I'm like, trying to learn Spanish or Portuguese or French or Italian via Rosetta Stone. I use that as an example, but it could be something else. And then halfway through this, I'm like, man, boy, I've had enough Spanish. Time for some Gen Z. Like, BRB. BRB. Be right back? Yep, be right back. That's right. Whew. God, man, I feel better about myself. I mean, that's...
How about this one, Wes? How about kitten fishing?
Kitten fishing.
Yeah, see, that's what I feel like. This is more. It's less what like Wes, your example was. It's less like LOL BRB and more like, do you want to cover your hand in mayonnaise and insert it inside me? That's kitten fishing. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we're more involved. Like this is our Urban Dictionary, Dirty Sanchez.
Gotcha.
You know
Check
what
this
I'm saying?
out. And and I'm going through some of these because like kitten fishing refers to tweaking or embellishing certain aspects of your life, appearance, etc. to make yourself a more appealing on dating apps. So almost catfishing, but still being yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like for example, maybe you're kitten fishing by using a facial filter on TikTok.
Gotcha.
So it's like you're presenting yourself that way. You're not actually that, but like you don't see a problem with it because your generation, all of people in your generation They all kitten
and
fish.
it's not a full on catfish. But here's the perfect example. The word catfish is what, like 10 years old,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit longer. So like that. This is language and technology changing, right? Catfishing fucking now has bred a version of a word that is a version of catfishing that's not like catfishing, but it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's a perfect example of in 10 to 15 years, something didn't exist, now it exists, and now there's a fucking variation of it.
Yeah, people aren't crutching on their Riz anymore, man. That's the problem.
Yeah. So like a good kitten fish for God Christ. I was trying to like buy over that.
I love it. I love it.
That means they're not leaning on their charisma.
Charisma, that's right. Riz, baby.
Crutching on the Riz. I was gonna say a good kitten fish for myself would be I have a 9-inch taint. When in fact it's only an 8-inch, but if you were to see it via a photo, you wouldn't be able to differentiate an inch here or there, right?
Like it would be like this hole is a filter.
Yeah.
It's actually a filter, guys. A kitten fish,
I legit thought you had because it's like a splattered paint thing on the front. I thought that was like oh, we're gonna put a little up here just to make it look.
No, so I guess this is an older T-shirt, and I guess it's gone the way of the kitten fish.
It was actually bitten by real kittens.
Yes.
Totally different.
So at least I'm grateful to know you guys and that you are both foe with a friendly aftertaste.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck, but it's weird.
I always felt as though if you were, for whatever reason, recent divorcee, an older person who just never settled down, God forbid, a widow or whatever, widower. If you went back into the dating field, that you were and you opted to date someone or try out a younger generation, you were taking a leap of faith. You were going to have to go through. You were going to have to be, first 3 dates go well. Like, I want to introduce you to friends of mine. Like, ooh. Okay, yeah, here we go. And it's like, oh my God, I've heard so much about you. You're the old guy that she's dating. Oh, wow.
You're gonna have to eat Molly at a fucking nightclub.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
But see, to me though, there's not. That's not as despicable as what Tinder's doing, because Tinder's like training you to be like more advanced in that scenario, whereas the scenario you guys are describing is, I've met this person, I like this person, I want to get to know this person's culture, if you will, so I'm going to learn it on the fly with the person, not go through and study the culture outside of the person's interests and then basically like weasel my way in.
Yeah, use it. That's fair. I mean, yeah, I give you that. I would hope that people aren't using it as like a study guide and more so like a glossary. You know what I mean? Got to look something up real quick. What's that? Oh, what's that acronym there? Oh, yep. Yeah,
glossary. You're gonna have to teach that to some Gen Zers what that actually means.
It's just a dictionary in a book.
It's Google in book form. Yes.
It's word Google at the back of a book. All right, shut this fucking thing.
Oh,
down.
you mean glossing the cube? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. No.
Yeah, we fucking. That's it. Totally forgot.
You mean gleaming the cube with Christian Slater?
You gotta glizz the Riz.
Yes.
Bunch of stuff back there. No cap.
I'm gaining a lot more respect for Pauly Shore than where we're talking about this, because that motherfucker created entire generations worth of language.
These words are just Pauly Shore lines. Fucking son-in-law.
God, I'm gonna do like a no context Pauly Shore.
Oh. All right, yeah, put that in our pocket.
Yeah, just wheezing the juice, guys. Just wheezing the juice.
It's your boy who won't lay off the fucking jungle juice at the party. Just keeps shoveling it in.
Just keeps wheezing the juice.
Yeah. Actually, that's way too similar to Encino Man. We can't use that. We'll go to the drawing board on that. What's the drawing board for Gen Z? The hand machine? I don't know.
The whiteboard.
3D printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're all faux with friendly aftertaste, and that's all right. Good luck to this. And this is coming out of, I think it's Australia, right? Yeah.
Who knows?
But Australia again, it's almost that's like a pilot for the United States. If it goes well there, it's going to make its way across the Pacific.
Oh yeah.
It's Tinder. They're an international app. They're just gonna see. Yeah, they're gonna see if it's working. It's a much lower population density in Australia, and yeah, once the boomers are smashing their neighbors' grandkids, then they're like, hey, it fucking works. Let's move it over to the States.
Well, I think what's going to happen is they may be able to talk the talk, but when it comes to time to walk the walk, these Gen Zers are going to get about 6 to 8 minutes of some real fun and be like, Jesus Christ, fuck this. I got to date some of my own age.
Let's be honest. Look, did you hear us trying to talk it? And we ain't even that old. Like, imagine fucking like I'm fucking 36 years old. I can get away with stuff like this still, kind of. But nah, it sounded awful coming out of our mouths because we're clearly not the fucking generation that needs to be talking this way.
Yeah, but the guys that are 10 to 20 years older than us, their bank account really erases a lot of the errors that they make along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They can rollerblade to someone's fucking funeral. Let's put it that way.
You got Ferragamo's, you can get to funerals anyway.
In fact, they've rollerbladed to many of their friends' funerals recently.
That's like a once every other week date with a Gen Zer.
That generation is not blading anywhere. They are fucking skating. All right?
You accompany me to a funeral I need to go to next week? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it a family member? Oh, no, it's just one of my good friends. He died.
It's a kid I went to high school with.
Yeah, we grew up together.
He's mowing his lawn. Just died.
No, it's same age, actually. It's crazy.
He was trying to mow his lawn with rollerblades on. Dumb bastard.
He was trying to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and just, woof, a little too intense for him.
God.
All right, look, let's switch gears. Let's switch our rollerblade gears from 4 blades to 2 blades, and let's expand our minds in a little thing we like to call, fun fact, fraudy.
That's right. Let's get to some mental floss amazing facts. Brought to you by our friends over at the Shin Splints Recovery Group. Also being brought to you by our new friends at the Fuck Me in the Pussy group that I can't remember at the moment in time. Hold on. Don't tell me. I will get there. The Flat Earth Science Advocates for Truth. If you've been searching for a new scientific explanation to the world that you live in, why is it that things happen the way they happen? Why do I lose cellular coverage when I'm in my backyard? Well, that's because the satellites have to go around the backside of the Earth. That is, of course, flat. And before it can reach the other side of the plank, that is the landmass that we know as the Earth that we grow up on. I'm just rambling because I have no idea what to fucking say about the Flat Earth Society. It's not growing as much as I thought it would grow. I'm surprised that the Shin Splints Recovery Group grew as quickly as it did. And the Flat Earthers, it's taken a minute.
Look, there's decades of truth behind Shin Splints, all right? And we're still searching for the flat Earth truth. We'll get there.
Well, we're just advocating for truth. We're not actually telling the truth.
We're advocating for the search for truth.
That's true.
Yeah, shrouded in doubt.
Let's just
We're not advocating anything, actually. Really, just that somebody finds the truth or not.
Let's just cut all of that out and let's just get through some amazing facts. Did you know? It's a bit of a misconception that the giant pandas dislike sex. In the wild, pandas don't have a problem with mating. The main issue is breeding in captivity, where breeders tend to select mates based on genetic qualities rather than actual interest. See, they need that Tinder app so they can speak the same language.
Right.
Plus, female pandas are fertile just once a year for between 36 and 40 hours. That's it. Scientists have tried a number of things to encourage captive pandas to get it on, including panda porn.
Well, these bastards are willing to try anything.
Jesus.
Panda gangbangs, threesomes, S&M, whipping each other with bamboo. Just anything to get them fired up.
Just let them bang.
Well, that's the thing.
Well, you put them in fucking walls, maybe they don't get all as turned on as they normally would.
Okay, Alan, it's the equivalent of like, okay, so essentially these zookeepers are playing I don't know,
Yeah.
Terminator or RoboCop with other pandas. They're like, oh, that one, I like that one's spots. Okay, I like that one's tooth pattern. Let's put that one with Missy back at the San Diego Zoo. And the Missy at San Diego Zoo is like, fuck this twat. What am I doing with him? And they're like, no, fuck. And you got 36 hours, so get it on. And they just don't like it.
Yeah. No, that's because look, if anything, I've watched enough David Attenborough to know that female animals are fickle, even more so than our female animals. And fucking, yeah, that you can't just be fucking throwing in like a stud, expecting fucking old, Kelly Panda. I don't know why I went with Kelly. I do actually.
Because
So do we.
you watched
like,
the earlier.
She's gonna be like, yeah, come on over. Let me get some of that. You know what I mean? No, she's like, look at this fucking idiot. His fucking face spot's too small. I'm not mating with that fucking asshole. Look at his fucking dick. You probably can't even chew fucking bamboo and walk at the same time. And this is how it goes. This is my assumption of the dialogue between the pandas.
I think we need to create a show around everything that Alan just said and have Alan be the panda fucking whisperer, because I think what he just said is legit right on. Like,
Let's fucking do it.
They call Alan in. Why aren't our pandas mating? Look at this fucking tool bag. Look at the fucking spot around his right eye. Obviously, Missy likes the spot around the left eye, and his dick's about half the size of most natural pandas. Fuck this.
Look at his tail nub. It's got poop on it. Fucking idiot. It's not fucking mating. Missy's not mating with that. Get it out of here.
Alan comes in as a dating panda consultant to the renowned zoos all over the world. San Diego, the Bronx Zoo, Omaha. They're like, we need to call in the Winston Wolfs of panda. He's like, listen, I have a tried and true method. It's called speed dating with the pandas. All right, we're gonna get them. We're gonna have a whole gourmet table of bamboo. And I can spot from afar who's interested in who, and we'll figure this out. But stop trying to fucking make this work the old-fashioned way. All right.
You know what? You make a good fucking point. So why not? If let's just say the females aren't really being that fickle, they just don't see anything they like in that one they have in front of them. Yeah. Why not do a panda? Like, if they've only got 42 to 36 hours of fertility, then why don't you just bring like a gangbang scenario over to one of these zoos and say, all right, pick the one you like.
Yeah,
and just
Debbie does Dallas them. Rolling one in, fucking give them a minute, and fucking nope, not happening.
Right.
Okay, cool. Out of there.
So you get like 8 hours of speed dating and courting. And if she hasn't figured it out, then it just turns into a full-blown Panda Express.
Well, it could. Was that a train joke?
You betcha.
I would have said the Oriental Express, but we would have got canceled for that.
I don't know. I mean,
oh, that was a good panda. That was the best.
Orient Express.
I'm not gonna lie. That was probably the best panda joke I've ever heard. I mean, the bar's pretty low, but that was pretty good.
We've been on fire with panda material today.
Actually, the elementary school that I went to, the mascot was the panda. I should let him know. Hey, you guys know they're having trouble mating these days? I'm gonna go with something else.
Shit,
Yeah, maybe don't bring that
since then, buddy.
Yeah, maybe don't bring that up at an elementary school. I'm just saying. I need as many fertile pandas in the gymnasium as soon as possible.
They could get me in as a keynote speaker of someone who's successful and graduated from that school. And the first thing I'd be like, you guys know that pandas don't like to fuck.
Someone that's successful that graduated elementary school.
All right. Someone can dream, man. Fuck you.
Did you know? In the 1880s, Thomas Stevens rode a penny farthing bicycle around the world. Alan, as our expert Googler, I'm going to need you to give us a screen share of what a penny farthing bicycle looks like. I'm going to assume that it's the giant wheel in the front and the baby wheels in the back.
You are absolutely correct.
Okay.
That's what it is. Do you want me to pull it up still?
Yeah. Let's screen share this thing, because I've always been interested in why.
One of these bad boys, manufactured by Northrop Grumman. I heard. Look at this guy. He's like, look at my shit.
Modern bicycle.
Look at my shit.
His nuts must have been mush after this.
Yeah, he said, take the picture. Take the picture.
I'm going to need a panda to fill in for me, for my wife after this is done. Jesus.
But here's the thing, is like, here's how we know that design was
fucking dweebs.
was obnoxiously wrong because only twats like those two guys you showed in that second to last photo there continue to ride them for nostalgia's sake. Like there's obviously nothing functionally superior about that bicycle, or we would have bikes that have like a larger front wheel, maybe not that large, but like something of that nature. Like, I mean, I know it's trial and error and it got us to where we are, but Jesus Christ, some guy rode that fucker around the goddamn world.
Yeah, it didn't take an around the world journey to figure out that that was an inferior bike design. I understand what you're saying. I mean, we are, in our generation of people, we are spoiled by, if you watch the Tour de France, if you wake up at 7 a.m. on a July morning and be like, oh boy, I'd love to watch the Tour de France. Some people do. And you see those designs. They've changed, but minimally over the last 20 or 30 years. Yeah, that might be a bit ridiculous.
I'll tell you how I fucking watch the Tour de France if they're doing them on these bad boys. Like, yeah. I woke up and I saw fucking, some Italian fucking crushing stage 4 on one of these fucking bad boys. I would tune into I'd go to the Tour de France and just stand on the side of a mountain, cheer fucking guys on bicycles.
Do you know how like they have stations for hydration that they grab?
Yeah.
You're going to have equal parts stations where guys get off and there's a potato gun shooter of talcum powder for their ass. And then just, all right, I'm good to go. And just for another 4 miles, maybe.
Apparently, they were popular because they reached high speeds and because of their comfort.
7 miles an hour.
Believe it or not, because of their comfort and because they reached high speeds. That's why they were popular. Because the big wheel was shock absorption.
Oh, okay. All right. I would honestly like to try one. I would like to just try one just to see what just to see. But I mean, I don't. Fuck, Wes, you said something in my mind. I'm a little boozy now, so I can't remember what the fuck you just said was.
Talcum powder?
Maybe. That would be a good, like, novelty, is having a talcum powder guy with, like, I don't know, a T-shirt gun on the side, and, like, as they go by, they glide, and then, boom, they burst them in the ass with that thing. Now I know what it is. The speed. The top speed of being 7 miles an hour. You do realize that back in the day, they thought if you went over like 50 miles an hour that your skin would peel off your body. That's why people were afraid of trains. Nowadays, like, how fast can you go on a bicycle? I know that I went down the hill to Port Deposit at about 55 miles an hour because my brother drove the truck next to me, and I wasn't wearing a helmet, and I all of a sudden got scared and got the flop sweat because I thought I was going to die. Like, these guys back then, they weren't cracking any fucking world record speeds, whereas now, the Tour de France going downhill somewhere, how fast do you think they're going? 60, 70 on that fucker?
Yeah, go through the French Alps. Yeah, and the first person to do it, to get to those speeds, they talked in Gen Z lingo then. That's all that came out of their fucking mouth. Hammer, stammer, zippa zippa. I'm
Drop
dead.
the hammer stammer.
I don't know what the conversion is on that.
Yeah, like
What do you mean?
kilometers? You in kilometers now?
Yeah.
Oh.
2.2.
12 miles per hour, 20 to 25 kilometers per hour is a speed that you can get on one of these fucking death traps.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's pretty-
12 to 15 miles per hour.
Wow.
Jesus, wait, hold on. 12 miles an hour. Okay, hold on. The fastest humans now run up to like 23, 24. You mean to tell me back then in the 1820s that like people were like sprinting past them? That's nonsense.
Yeah, but the fastest man runner in the 1820s, like, yeah, Usain Bolt wasn't fucking running past fucking Nigel Pennyfeather on his fucking stupid bike. Like, it was another Nigel not running 20 miles per hour.
But it's like the fastest human sprinter then could have ran faster than 12 miles an hour.
I looked this up because I wanted to see what time period I would have to, like, if I had a time machine and I wanted to be an Olympic gold medalist, when I would have to go back to. And I think they were running the 100 in like 13 or 14 seconds back then, which I would have beaten them by like 2 seconds in my heyday.
Well,
So I was like, oh.
the first modern Olympics was 1896.
Yeah, and I think that the first world record time back then was like 13 or 14 seconds. I
Damn.
ran it in like 11 when I was
I was gonna
in
say, yeah.
1997.
I think I ran like 11.4. I didn't even run the 100. I couldn't get on the 100-meter team because that was too slow. I was a mid-distance guy.
Yeah,
So
you can't
yeah,
be.
I think Alan's point stands firm. Is that like ain't nobody in the 1880s fucking like sprinting past in their fucking like wooden fucking soled shoes.
Wouldn't that would have been a
So
hell of a
fucking
race.
Usain Bolt's fastest was 27 and a half miles per hour.
Holy goddamn shit, dude! That is fucking
Well, also
fast.
he between 2000 when he first broke the world record to what is now the current world record, he did like 40 years worth of world record breaking in an 8-year stretch. So I
Yeah.
mean, put that in perspective.
Sure, but but still, I mean, that's 27 miles an hour, dude. Like you're breaking the speed limit in like
Yeah.
most neighborhoods in America. That's amazing.
Some Karens are like, slow down.
Look, I stand by it. There was no Usain Bolt back then. Sure, somebody probably could have ran faster than it, but you know,
It was,
the Bolts were harvesting fucking sugar cane for the French fucking Empire when that happened. You know, so
If they only knew. If they only knew back then.
yeah.
Their masters were fucking rolling around on their giant wheeled bikes, whipping them. They could have just fucking sprinted past them, gone
hey,
away.
we're about to get together a world united event where we showcase the greatest athletes. Hey, we should get old grease bottom Bolt in here. No, we meant other people. That's
We meant the whites.
yeah.
The slow whites. Did you know? Famed photographer Diane Arbus, who was born on this day in 1923, once convinced socialite Gloria Vanderbilt to allow her to photograph Gloria's young son, Anderson Cooper, for a spread in Harper's Bazaar magazine. It has since become one of Arbus's most recognized photographs and was even displayed in the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Wow. I did Cooper's a Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
Did not know that either.
That's why, okay, Wes, when you were at Perryville High School, and actually, Alan, I'll ask you this too. Did you guys have Channel 1, Whittle?
Sure. Yeah. Sure did.
No. Wait, what? No.
It's like a homeroom thing. It was like a 15-minute show that kind of got you got your mind moving. They'd present you with some cool news stories, some facts, this and that and the other thing. It was
Did
pretty
have
cool.
something like that, but I don't know.
It was so Anderson Cooper got his start there. Lisa Ling got her start there. A few others. Some black chick who ended up on MTV doing MTV News for a little while. And but Anderson Cooper, his whole thing was because the Bosnia was going on while I was in high school, and Anderson Cooper actually used his own money to go there to report to Whittle. Whittle gave him their press credentials just to be there. And it's because he had Vanderbilt money and he wanted to be in a war zone. And I've always respected Anderson Cooper for that.
That's solid.
Always.
Yeah.
Anderson Cooper did do some war zoning in his.
Oh
day.
yeah, he did.
I'll give him that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit. That's like that when you someone gets a hurricane duty. Like I'm in 106-mile-an-hour winds. That shit's wild.
That's
But
the worst.
I'm not saying those people suck. But what I'm saying is when you're in Bosnia and years worth of war is going on behind you.
Listen, motherfucker, give me a local affiliate fucking North Face jacket and send me out in the rain. Do not fucking give me a Kevlar vest and send me to fucking Syria. I'm good. I'll go fucking check out all of the hurricanes you want me to check out. How many North Faces you got? Is this Gore-Tex? Gravy. Fucking definitely not going to the desert.
Yeah, it's spirited wars versus the 5G level hurricanes. I gotcha. No,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, and I remember there was a whole report where he got shot at, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy Anderson Cooper's the man."
I was watching a Ukraine one. I don't know what channel it was. It might have been Vice, honestly. Just in passing, and they were like walking along a street, and fucking a shell landed like maybe a quarter mile behind them, and they all just like fucking freaked out and ran into a little bunker that was like right there. And Vice guy was like, "Well, yeah, we're in this bunker now, so see you guys in fucking couple hours probably." It's like, oh, okay, no thanks, I'm good.
Did you know? Some scientists claim that the best time to take a nap is early afternoon because that's when a dip in body temperature makes us feel sleepy.
Yeah, some scientists say you shouldn't do that. Who are some scientists? 10%, 4%, sleep specialists. I don't know.
Good
Christ,
point.
but Cosmo Kramer said what? 20 minutes every 3 hours? That'll get you by the day. Because he read that some philosopher did it. Einstein did it. Yeah.
Einstein did it.
Yeah.
Listen, this is America. Science is opinion now. Okay?
Yeah.
We don't. Fuck them.
Well, science is opinion unless you are backed by a major pharmaceutical corporation, then science is fact.
Oh no, that is definitely opinion.
What?
No, that's definitely opinion if it's backed by pharmaceutical companies.
Oh no, that's fact because you're not going to appear on MSNBC, CNN, not Fox News, unless you are backed by a pharmaceutical corporation.
Well, that's fair.
Let's get back to the question. Do we think that the nap midday is a key thing?
I mean, pretty much every other fucking civilized civilization does it. Except us.
He's got a point. But I will say, those civilizations have not thrived to the capacity that the United States civilization has.
It's debatable. Just fucking Spain.
If you can't get
England,
if you can't get
France,
if you can't get by with a full 8, I don't know. I ain't got nothing for you.
All I know is
sleep. All you
I
need.
do take naps. I take naps, and my naps, I usually set my alarm for 30 minutes, and I'll say out of that 30 minutes, I probably get about 15 to 20 out of it, and that usually happens around 6 p.m. every day.
Yeah,
but
but
that's a late nap.
That's a late nap.
Well, I don't have an option otherwise.
Well,
I don't have an option otherwise. That's the only time I have. But if I could take a nap anytime I wanted, I would say about 2 p.m.
Was Alan going to go take a nap? Jesus.
It's the fastest I've seen that man leave a chair, though, so I'll give him credit.
10:28, time for a nap. Here we go. Actually, as a matter of fact, at my old job, I used to nap during the day. I used to go to my car. I don't do it anymore. I stopped doing that.
Now, okay, I have to lay down. I can't just nap like sitting up or, any kind of prone position. But I have thought about getting like one of those like camping cots. Mm-hmm. And then the vehicle I drive that catches on fire or loses a wheel every now and again, like it has enough space in the back that I could set something like that up. And I have a 30-minute lunch break. So maybe, a little backpack cot with me and throw it in the back and then just get a little nap,
If there's no risk or little to no risk involved, yeah, I would say do it. I used to park in the basement of a four-story parking garage, specifically because it was a little bit cooler, like less sunlight, fewer people, and yeah, I would eat this massive lunch. I wouldn't eat breakfast. I'd eat this huge lunch of like I got fucking 1,200 calories, and then wait about a half hour and be like, yeah, I'm gotta use the bathroom. Just go out to that thing and crank the seat back and. Oh yeah, boy, yeah. Sometimes it would get ahead of me though. I'd hear like the buzz on my phone. Oh God, been out here an hour. Fuck. Shake my eyes real quick. Yeah.
And finally, did you know? Studies have shown that daylight saving time is associated with an increase in heart attacks, which one study showing a 24% increase in the number of heart attacks on Monday, the day after daylight savings time, at a group of Michigan hospitals. So is that, wait, did I read that right? 24% increase in the number of heart attacks on Monday after the daylight savings times at a group. So that's just in Michigan. A 24% increase just based on this one bit of research at a hospital in Michigan.
I don't necessarily think you'd have to focus in on Michigan. I think you'd have to focus on how many people. Yeah, when you say just Michigan, but I mean, is it 5,000, 10,000? What's the case study?
I
You're not
don't
going
know, but like, I mean,
to.
are you basing this on cheese intake versus daylight savings?
I think you're basing this on Upper Peninsula, cast it away from society, and you lose that extra fucking hour, and you're like, oh, god damn it, I hate this. You know that the largest town in the Upper Peninsula is like 50,000 people.
No. Well, I know that where we live, we're kind of jaded with like the number. Like, well, both coasts are. Like the number of people that live like near
Hmm.
water is ridiculous. Like that's why people, the flyover states, and the Republicans get mocked for,
Yeah.
how many states they win in the middle versus the edges.
Yeah. Well, now these pussies in Michigan won't have a crutch to lean on because we're getting rid of the fucking daylight savings. So I have to
Are
blame
we
it
really
on something
doing
else.
that?
Yeah.
I've
This
heard
is
mixed
it.
reports on this. This is it.
This past one last week is it. We're done.
Oh, thank the gods above, Thor and Odin and Loki and the only other ones that I know, unless there's more from Marvel that I haven't mentioned. God, thank you, thank you. God, why did we do it in the first place? Like, why not, like, past, like, 1950 did we not fucking stop this bullshit? This is the one time that the United States fucking government has actually worked in the people's interests, and it's all has to do with stopping you from pushing the button on a goddamn clock once a goddamn year, twice a
I,
year.
who knows, man? I think I've been I've been advocating for it for years. I think I may have like told a couple friends while we've been getting drunk. Why do they do that, man? That's me and my small world advocating for it. But I mean, at the same time, Murr, a couple months ago, you had said the world should all work on one time.
Yeah, but okay, don't mock me, Alan. I see you fucking laughing. Look, listen,
I don't gotta mock you. You said it.
He mocked you in person when we talked about this. So
but the point is it doesn't matter. Like once we decide on a time, that's the time. Like
Got
Greenwich Mean, go with that. Okay, Alan. The point is let's say Greenwich Mean Time. I don't know. Let's say it's 5 hours from now. So let's say it's
It is
12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say it's 4 in the morning right now. It doesn't affect my bodily functions at this current moment. I just know 4 in the morning. I'll have to get used to what 4 in the morning means now. My bedtime is now 5 a.m. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Who cares? It's still just a time. I will always know what time it is. In Moscow, it's 5 a.m. In
Right.
Tokyo, it's 5 a.m. It would make it a lot easier for everybody if we just did away with all this horse shit.
Yeah, it would if we weren't fucking biological creatures with circadian rhythms based on the fucking sun and the moon.
But that
So,
has
like,
nothing to do with the
yes.
digit on the clock.
I think,
yes, the fucking does.
no, but I think what Murr's saying is like okay, say you're on the other side of the earth and you could get used to the fact that you work during the AM hours and sleep during the PM hours. Your mind could.
So what you're saying is that like a portion of the world will have to conduct full-time business hours in the dark. Like
No.
I'm telling.
No.
Yes.
No.
How does that work?
Okay,
No.
because right now, let's say, okay, where is it light right now? So it's light to the west of us. So in Australia,
Seoul, Korea.
so okay, so in Seoul, Korea, it is now 10:34 p.m. Okay,
And they're working.
they're working.
This is part of their work hours.
That's just what time they work at 10:30 p.m.
No,
But
I understand that part of it. Go ahead.
so then I just happen to work at a different time of the day, but the day is still the day. But I'll always know what time it is everywhere in the world because we're all on just the same clock. Like the circadian rhythm thing doesn't change because that's biological based on like the sun and the moon and that's it.
Yeah,
But
whatever John Lennon said.
Everybody's just on the same clock. You don't change it. Everybody knows what time it is everywhere all the time. Everything everywhere all at once. They won the Oscar. They should win the goddamn time zone.
Look, I rarely Do I think that you two are the stupidest people in the room? But right now is one of those
I
moments.
wasn't agreeing with him. I like what we
I'm
have
saying
now.
you defended a motherfucker. So you in the
Motherfucker.
boat with you are in the boat that has the giant hole in it with him.
Well, what you were trying to say was what he was saying was incomprehensible. Like it's like
No,
I
it's
can't
not that it's incomprehensible. It's just that it's dumb. I wasn't saying that it's not possible.
I would
Sure, we can do it.
I would vote against it, but if it got voted for, I wouldn't complain.
That's fair. I'm not even saying I would vote for it or complain if it got voted down or up. I'm just saying that like it would make more sense if I knew what time it was everywhere all the time. So if I knew that everybody was on the same clock, I would just have to be like, well, where's the sun right now? I don't know. That's for whatever reason, conceptually in my head, it makes more sense to me.
And why are we like at this point? Why are we even using time? We just do stuff in the daylight hours and not stuff in the dark hours, like fucking like pre-electricity times.
Well, how are you going to get? I mean, maybe if you got to fly somewhere, like, hey, we're taking off and we'll get there whenever we get there.
Okay, and that's another example. So like,
This is your two's fucking idea about a uniform time system.
No,
it's not
that's-
mine.
That's why I'm not against it, because I'm like, okay, how long does it take me to get to Texas? 4 hours. So if my flight is at 11 p.m., then I'm going to get there at 3 a.m. I'm not going to leave, like, okay, I'm going to leave here. Is that Central Time? Is that Mountain Time? Okay, so it's only Central Time, so it's only an hour. So if I leave here at 11 p.m., I'm going to actually get there at 2 a.m. instead of 3 a.m.?
Yeah,
okay.
but so you're leaving at 3, you're getting there at 3 a.m. Is it daylight or is it nighttime?
Doesn't fucking matter. It's
It
the
does
same
fucking
goddamn-
matter because
No,
what
it
can
doesn't.
you do? Our business is open.
But then we had to set an anchor point. Where does 12 a.m. start? The middle of the Atlantic Ocean. The
Greenwich Mean Time, right? The prime meridian. Boom. That's where midnight starts on the day that we decide this to happen, and then everybody's on the same fucking time, and then I know what time it is. Like when I call South Korea, I'm like, ahoy hoy, and they're like, ahoy hoy. It's you know what time it is?
Why are you calling me in the middle of the fucking night?
Yeah. And you know what the greatest thing about this is, like, when the apple drops in Times Square, Dallas, Texas, Las Vegas, Los Angeles. That's all everyone celebrates.
Yeah, fucking noon at noon, and in the middle of the fucking daylight, we were drunk as piss, looking at a light up ball. Yeah. Like, this is oh god.
Oh yeah, I will say, I will say that the only people that do in the United States selectively, the people west of us complain more about coming here than we do going there.
Oh yeah, like listen, I talk to my cousin like every Saturday night, and he's always like, "Oh, I gotta watch Saturday Night Live," and I'm like, "It's 10:30 for him. He watches Saturday Night Live at 10:30. Like if you're in California, you watch it at 8:30. 8:30 p.m. is what time Saturday Night Live comes on.
Yeah.
So Alan, there's your circadian rhythm fucked up right there.
No, it's not. The TV show schedule's fucked up, not the circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm has not changed because it's either light or dark. Like,
Okay, exactly my point.
no, motherfucker. And I don't know how to explain this out any other way to you. At this point,
I don't know how to explain it to you any other way.
All right,
you don't have to. I get it.
I agree.
It's dumb.
You're dumb. Yes.
No, it's not me.
What?
I have long known I'm the smart one on the show, but this
Okay.
one really fucking drove it home.
And that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
We're gonna try. We've already dragged this out an hour and a half. We're gonna try to breeze through the before you go tonight, and I'm gonna try to read this very smartly because I'm dumb.
Do you want one of us to read it?
Donny D, Delta here. Sorry, that's the only way I could read it. I thought Gen Zs were listening to us.
Please do. I want it. Yeah.
Sunny D Vodka Seltzer's here. So, folks, listen, and I'm not even. This is even a friend or foe. It's a matter of fact that the seltzer game is ridiculous. And if I had any stake in any time, Chris, if I made coffee, I would probably try to dip my toe in the goddamn seltzer pond. But here we are, the long famous Sunny D. you remember the commercial ads in the 80s and 90s, the same fucking 30 commercials, a bunch of kids throwing a football in the backyard. Like, hey, I'm a little parched. What do you got in your fridge? Oh, man, I got grandma's piss. I got A1. We got Sunny D. Boom! Sunny D is coming out with a seltzer. Check this out. It's going to be $9.99 per 6 packs, 12 ounces, yes, that's right, $9.99 for a convenient 4-pack. 4.5% alcohol by volume, 95 calories. Right now, the flavors are limited towards just the classic Sunny D brand.
What else do you need?
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, I guess you don't need Sunny D wild cherry, watermelon, lime, lemon.
Because I don't know what that is. That's not Sunny D anymore. Now you've labeled yourself as a brand and not as a flavor. Sunny D, in my opinion, is a flavor. It is a fake orange juice.
Okay. So why didn't hold on? Who's the what's the big juice company with the astronauts used to drink?
Tang.
Tang. Why didn't Tang do this?
Because Tang's not fucking like they don't see the future. They only see the past. They only see themselves walking on the moon.
They only sell Tang in third world countries.
Yeah.
It's
powder.
like an emergency fucking beverage. Like
People ain't got time for powders no more, man. What the fuck you talking about?
All right. I guess give me your quick thoughts on Sunny D getting into the seltzer business.
gross.
Alan?
Gross. I fucking hate Sunny Delight.
Okay, that's fair.
Regular Sunny D. I was not the kid who was like, "Oh, Sunny D." Now you fucking give me a Capri Sun. Now we're talking. But yeah, no, I hated it. I thought it tasted like fake orange juice. Like I was not a big fan. So this just sounds awful to me.
Okay, unlike the universal time that I've presented, Alan and I are 100% on the same page here. Like, my parents actually bought real orange juice, so when I tasted Sunny D, I was like,
Thank you.
I was fucking like, I remember when I went to a friend's house, and I was like, holy shit, they got Sunny D. I can't wait to get this in my mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this government issue orange juice? What the fuck are you doing to me? This is it tastes like chemicals. It tastes like scientists tried to make oranges in a fucking laboratory, and then they're like, somebody will like it, and they fucking bottled it, and poor kids drank it. Fuck poor kids.
It's like they made fucking like orange juice flavored cough medicine and then took the medicine out of it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's like one of the scientists was like, this doesn't taste too bad. If we extract this down and filter this, we could probably get this into a goddamn drinkable little type thing.
We'll just take the Tylenol out of it and we got ourselves a beverage. You know what I mean? Like, oh, God. Yeah, it is awful.
However, vodka taints everything. Like, vodka's the least invasive of the liquors. So I'm willing to try it because I think the vodka might make the Sunny D taste better and consequentially get me drunk. So I want to see what it tastes like. So I will try this product. 100% fact, I will try this product. And hopefully I will enjoy it. Look, I like my White Claws. You guys make fun of me. White Claws, my ruby grapefruit White Claw is delightful. I enjoy the shit out of it. Doesn't mean I don't like beer, just to make that clear. But you're right. But I'll tell you what you banged the nail on the head on, Wes. Fucking Capri Sun. They need to get in the goddamn alcoholic seltzer game because their flavors are superior to all. Their flavors are so good. They have been able to put their drinks in bags for the last 40 years and make kids fucking forcefully try to wedge a straw into a fucking hole.
Every flavor's clear. You don't even know what the fuck flavor it is.
No.
Like, no. Nothing.
You could blindfold someone and be like, okay, look, we got the lemon lime, we got the tropical, we got the orange, we have the grape, and you're going to get mixed reviews from the tasters blindfolded as to what the hell they're tasting. And I think that my point is I'm not going to drink this. If I'm in a pinch and on a boat and there's nothing else to drink, I may crack one open and try it. But my point is seltzers is where the money's at. That's it. 100%. I mean, you're getting, this is a gajillion-dollar industry, and whether or not Sunny D's a day late and $1 short and an orange peel here or there, Maybe not, but yeah, at Capri Sun, Christ, it shouldn't end there.
Well, I
Right?
just think I think that's the best option. I mean, unless I don't even know what those little fucking barrels are called that you fucking peeled the foil
Huggies?
top off. The
Huggies?
Huggies.
Yeah.
Huggies. If Huggies got into the game, they'd have a good chance. I think Capri Sun is probably the ripest of the fruit to pick for this market at this juncture.
Doesn't Fruit Roll Up make a Huggy or like a Christ a
I don't
Capri
think
Sun
so.
bite off?
I would know. I would think as the father of an 8-year-old, but I haven't seen any of those. But
Kool-Aid did. Kool-Aid had
Really tried that?
yeah. Those were the jammers, right? The Kool-Aid jammers.
dude,
Those were the bags.
honestly, 100%. Capri Sun is is the A1 on this, but like if Gatorade got into the game, like hydrate while you get fucking boozed up, because like there's like a whole thing right now with like Gen Zers or whoever's the earliest generation that can drink right now, like where they build these like almost like jungle juice like
The Borgs. That's
the
what they're called.
Borgs, yeah, where they
Yeah.
fill up like electrolyte gallon jugs with like booze, and they're like, we're getting our hydration while we get fucked up.
They're like Wes. They're like jungle juice, like personal jungle juice gallons. Except this generation cares about their body, so they use like liquid IV and Pedialyte and fucking instead of like Country Time lemonade and fucking moonshine. Like you know what I mean? So, like, it's like we've done this exact same thing, just
Sure.
less healthy. But then they carry it around as well because it's like anti-rape. You know what I mean? Like nobody can tamper with your shit because you got a gallon.
They got this idea like a Paul Revere satchel.
Yeah, no more of the fucking like dip the Bush Light cup in the fucking puke bucket of juice.
They improved upon our technology. We laid the groundwork, and they have actually come through and they said, that research that was done back in the late 90s, early 2000s, if we only add something hydrating to it, we will relieve our hangover. And as Alan said, personal jug, no roofies.
Yeah, less roofies.
Yeah. Unless,
Depends-
but I mean,
depending
yeah,
on-
of course, less opportunity for someone to blame you for roofing them, and then you trying to explain to them that you don't have the money to afford said things.
Correct.
To drug an entire party. Dumb bitch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Also, look, my only real concern with the whole thing is that it will lessen roofie jokes, and that's detrimental to everyone. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Definitely less roofies. We are not in support of that.
No.
But more roofie jokes, yes.
Yeah. Roofies while on rollerblades, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best way to do it. If you think.
All right, Alan, tell all the kids on roofies that are rollerblading right now where you can find them middle class souls.
You can find us in your local CCS skateboard catalog. Do you guys remember this? You can find us on all your favorite social media platforms. We're at MDL Class Holes on Instagram and Twitter. We're the Middle Class Holes on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube. Keep remembering it. It's going to be a habit soon. And then, of course, for your listening pleasures, please check us out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify at 10:48 p.m. wherever you live.
That's
Whether it's day or night.
That's right, Russia.
Who knows?
48.
Who knows? Are you working right now? Maybe.
Real short and sweet comments. We got 4 this week. 2 from the same person under different aliases and different mediums. But first, we're going to start off is "What is Love" on YouTube. This comes from Jordan W. Murr. This is where you explain that you ran across a old classmate at your 25 year high school reunion. And someone says, "What is love?" or what does love mean to you? And you said, that's when you take a dump in the bathroom and you have your significant other go into the bathroom and, whether or not,
Inspect.
take a peek. Jordan W says, "No, it doesn't. Once you stop dating your wife, it's over."
What?
Wait, what was the bit about? I was my bad. I wasn't really.
So-
It was so somebody asked me in my 25th high school reunion, like something about like, well, what do you think love is? I was like, well, I mean, you gotta get past that honeymoon phase. I mean, love really is when you go in the bathroom and you take a really, really weird dump and you yell at your wife,
Yeah.
like, hey, can you come take a look at this? This shit looks really weird. Like
Yeah.
I said, that's love. And
Yeah.
and apparently they're disagreeing with me.
They got freaked out. Jordan W says, "No, it doesn't. Period. Once you stop dating your wife, it's over."
I mean, I kind of agree with him, but also, like, listen, buddy, you clearly don't have anybody to stare at your asshole fucking pimples. You know what I mean? Like, you've got nobody to check out to make sure that hemorrhoid isn't fucking running amok. Okay? And that's clear, that's evident from your response. Yes, once you stop dating your significant other, I do believe that that's a bad sign. And by dating your significant other, I mean, go out to dinner, right? Have a movie.
Sure.
Hold hands. Go to Topgolf.
Right.
Do whatever. But get a competitive round of putt-putt in. One of those jobbies. Don't stop doing those things. But you also need to not stop having a hemorrhoid viewer because you need one of those. Right? We're just meat sacks, and sometimes we need fucking eyes on someone that isn't a doctor yet.
You need a frontline rudimentary doctor who loves you,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
emotion is involved.
You need a Dr. Pimple Popper that's not certified.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's not a certified doctor,
Next comes from Curiosity Killed the Monkey. This is where Murr laid out the fact that in one of Curious George's books where he sniffed some drug, passed out. I then said, "Goddamn junkie." Thomas Boston decided to interject and says, why do you have to use God, our Father's name in vain? That's how you chase people away, not draw them in. Think about it. And, well, sorry.
It's because your father's a cocksucker. Insert username here. So, fuck off.
Yeah. Goddamn junkie.
With your God.
Fuck your problem. This comes from a TikTok direct message from Ryan Jackson 525. You can check it out. Ryan,
I don't know that guy.
525 says, whoever runs this shit show needs to call me ASAP. I have a fucking complaint. Need more taint talk. Call me 443 blow you blow.
That's a weird.
You know what?
A weird phone number.
You did give a little more taint talk tonight because you were talking about the
There was
abstract possibility of you having a 9-inch taint versus a 10-inch taint, and how could you tell? So
Yeah, and what was the? I was kitten fishing.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh, also the taint is a very important location for your loved one to check out if you have an issue down there. It's
Absolutely,
a place I can't get to myself.
sweetheart.
Yeah,
Listen,
I need one of those.
this periscope that I have just ain't cutting it. I need look.
I'm gonna take you out on a date to this duck pin bowling alley, but if this taint rash isn't cleared up, we might have issues. Check it out for me.
Hey, look, I'm about to ride this big bicycle across the country. I need to make sure my taint's fucking up to
Check
snuff.
my taint situation. Let's do it before and after. See what happens.
Lastly, coming from the commenter is Ryan Jackson, not related to Ryan Jackson 525 because it's different social media. It's Facebook. That's the punchline. This is where I mentioned I was telling a poop joke, and the recipient of the joke didn't understand it. And Alan, you stepped in and you're like, "Oh, you didn't get the punchline?" It's where I talked about poop. And I said, you had said, "Listen, 12 people don't have a sense of humor." Ryan Jackson says simply, "Deport them."
yes,
Get him out
this
of
is
the
the one time I've ever agreed with Ryan Jackson about anything.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.
Deport them.
Deport them.
Well, it's getting close to 11 o'clock wherever you are around the world.
It is.
What's your goal?
Are you waking up right now? Good morning.
Is this your happy hour?
Sorry. Good almost midnight.
maybe
Day?
maybe it's lunchtime.
That's right. Oh man, hey, look, I didn't say anything. Go Terps. Glad y'all won today. It's been an exciting day. There's some bracket busting. Fucking Princeton beating Arizona. Holy shit. They must have, they went to the whiteboard on that fucker. Unbelievable.
Man, it's good. It's a good thing I went with my intuition since nobody gave me any good tips today.
Fuck you. Okay. I want some money today.
Well, clearly,
You could have bugged me.
not giving tips out. That's for sure.
All right, tomorrow's a new day. First round, still on the other side of the bracket.
Okay. All
Up
right.
to you.
Yeah. I broke even, but I could have used some help.
Not me, man. I won a lot. All right, good night, folks. Wherever you are, if you're happy hour or getting off of work.
If it's daytime, starting work, getting off of work, it's 10:55 p.m. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Put that in your lunchbox and eat it.
Wake and bake.